And now the end is near. Just kidding. It's the Pod in the City Weekly Roundup. I'm John.
And I'm Amanda, having an allergy attack, so deal with it. Superman flew into theaters this weekend, and we're ready to give our thoughts. Go for the homoerotic subplot, stay for the dog.
On All Stars 10, it's time for the talent show, also known as the lip sync to your own original track and maybe staple something to your leg show. And baby, it delivered.
And the most shocking thing to ever happen in a Bravo reality show has happened. A man has cheated on his pregnant wife. How do you like them apples, Scheana?
What? All this and so much more on this week's episode of the Pod in the City Weekly Roundup. Hey guys.
We're back after a great week.
Hi, Julie. Hey, Rebecca. Hey, Heather. I think it's just the 5 of us here, or the 6 of us. Y'all.
7.
Oh, there's a few extra.
People are banging down the doors to get to this final live.
I know this is so depressing, and I love that Amanda actually is probably contributing to the overall oh no, it's over, because she's like the grand finale. Clarification, y'all. Hey, Carla. Clarification. Okay. Originally, we only ever planned to have 1 live a week. Guess what? We're doing lives on Fridays. We'll still talk about stuff that has nothing to do with And Just Like That. So even if you don't like And Just Like That, come listen to us on Friday for the live. It's popping.
We go off topic a lot.
Well, doy. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Wendy's Front Yard, and hi, Florida Stanley.
Florida Stanley saved me this week. We're going to talk about it in our TikTok section.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I remember. Okay.
Yeah. You're going to love it, though.
There's a bit of manicness happening. Okay. Sure. I would also like to clarify that if you are our patron, well, first of all, this is just going to be pre-recorded from now on.
Yeah, you'll still get this.
That's literally mainly the only difference. It also will likely be slightly shorter.
I think it's going to be better, though. It's not going to be as frantic, and our quality of lives are already better. Just on this morning, I'm like, I only need to put a couple pictures in. The list is 4 things long.
Hi, Nicole. Hi, Gabrielle. Gabrielle, can you clarify? You wrote a comment.
No, don't say it.
Well, were you just which comment were you referencing in your comment? Because Amanda thinks it's one thing and I was thinking it was something else. So, okay. Anyway.
Right, us on Patreon.
Hi, Nicole. Hi, Carla. Again. Oh, wait, I already said that. Okay. Oh, God, we're a mess already. Here, clarification. This will just be pre-recorded. Okay. We're taking a slightly different approach. If you are a Patreon member, patreon.com/podandthecity. If you're just Cosmopolitan or Up member.
Yeah.
I think it's called Cosmopolitan. We're just going to take this video and post the whole thing over there. You can watch it start to finish if you want. But over on YouTube, it's going to be structured as 3 separate videos. Okay. They will all be posted on Wednesday, the same exact day. Go watch all 3 of them. They're going to be listed as whatever, and then it'll say the weekly roundup at the end of the title. It'll be pretty easy to tell. But you know what? We're just trying to think of other ways to engage audience members, to bring in new people who maybe are like, oh, wait, this is a Sex and the City podcast. Oh, wait, no, but it's it can be so much more.
Yeah, we want to talk about topics that are actually more mainstream, I guess. But I'm excited. It's fun. I saw Superman. I never would have seen Superman, and I'm so thrilled that I did. So we'll get.
Here's another thing too: is over on our Patreon every week we do extra. I'm not trying to say everything's now. This makes it sound like we've put stuff behind a paywall. We really haven't. Everything will still be available for you to see. And this will be posted in full on all the podcast places. So if you're just an ear listener, nothing changes for you.
Let's announce. So we just put our penultimate let's do some housekeeping. Okay,
Yes.
let's just go housekeeping now.
Okay.
And then we'll announce what the show that we're doing. We got some good guesses, but nobody actually guessed the correct one yet. But over on Patreon, we're doing Vanderpump Rules. We do Smash. We just put out this episode of Girls last week. And then today we're recording a pillow talk if my allergy attack improves.
Yeah, Amanda doesn't like booger her brains out, or
how many times did I sneeze while we were getting ready here? It was like
a lot, to the point where like I was like, girl,
like,
quit acting. I'm acting.
So after Girls is over, we are going to do
RuPaul's Drag Race.
All Stars 2, baby.
Yes.
It's gonna be so.
Do you have any All Stars fans?
Yeah, for anyone who's never watched All Stars, but we always, or also I guess Drag Race, and you always hear us talking about it, or you always hear everyone talking about it. This is a perfect time to jump in now. You can watch along with us, and we're going to try to go as spoiler-free as possible as we go.
Okay, Carla, yes. I was waiting to hear Superman reviews before going to see it. I don't care about spoilers because I've watched a couple of other reviews. It'll be good to get your take. Well, you know what? I think... Oh, also then, wait, since they're still in housekeeping, I was so ready to like jump forward. This Friday, we're still here, baby. It's season 3, episode 8. Of And Just Like Shat, and it's called Happily Ever After. God, can you guys imagine what kind of crap that's gonna be?
Perfect title though for like an episode 8 of a season.
I thought
Happily Ever After.
I'm like, okay, this is what your mid-season.
But Aiden's back next week, and maybe Patty's back next week. But it looks like everyone kind of was in agreement about the karaoke episode from last week. That everyone's like, okay.
People online were eating it up and being like, ew, you'd have to listen to the most insufferable people sing karaoke ever. People that would never do it. And I'm like, karaoke's fun. Come on. I didn't hate the episode for once.
No, it was fine. It was fun to snark on. Anyway.
Check out the recap too, okay? Here's all the shit that's going down every week. We have our live on Fridays. We have our recap pop up on Saturday. I mean, there is stuff going on. You're still going to get all the clips from our weekly roundup. And you'll see as we go today how we're going to kind of structure it. It's going to be a little bit different.
Oh, Rebecca was an OG squirrel friend. You know what? Nick just finished his podcasting until 2026. He's going to do a new podcast. That sounds very exciting. But we need to get him on for an All Stars 2 episode. I'll just have him pick something. He can come on.
Perfect.
Yeah, I guess. Like, that'll be so fun.
Rebecca.
It'll be a gay night.
So hopefully, Rebecca, that'll like appease you a little bit. So yes, Wendy, I know, Wendy's front yard. I know we're going to try to be like, we're going to try to not be like, oh, well, later, you know, in episode 8, this thing happened. So if someone wants to trust me, it's going to be very hard. I woke up in the middle of the night sweating, being like, how am I going to avoid telling spoilers during?
I'm so excited to watch it.
Me too. I almost put it on the other day just to be like, I'm watching it. Okay. Let's get it going. Now, get ready, guys. Are you ready? This is going to come as a slight shock. Baby, it's Pod in the City and it's Joan's Movie Corner. Every week we're covering a different movie, and this week it's the brand new Superman 2025, baby. And if you're just joining us, can you hit like? Also, could you hit subscribe? Because we cover all kinds of stuff, and we cover movies every week. And this week we both actually saw Superman, which is unlike some weeks because, you know, Amanda isn't really big on the superhero movies.
No, but now I'm going every week with my little cousin because I'm now a mentor. Amanda is a mentor, and I'm loving it. I'm a feminist icon.
Well, did this movie then, did the new Superman, did it like inspire you to like stop wars and stuff? Because that's what I was living for. Honestly.
Now, I didn't actually see this at the movie theater. I illegally downloaded this on the internet.
Well, when you originally said it flew into theaters, I'm thinking you mean flew into your computer. So you
it flew into my torrent.
Download it.
My VPN. Listen, I was able to follow this fucking thing And you know what's nice about watching it at home is my ADHD can at least I can pause it every few seconds and like regroup. I can go get a snack, come back. It was a great movie experience. I like seriously had such a blast watching it. What did you think? I loved it.
So did I.
Oh my God.
I think in the last Superman movies that have been out, a lot of them, and this is the thing that happens with a lot of of course. I think Henry Cavill is sexy as hell, but I definitely he was the previous Superman, Amanda.
All right.
Okay. In that like trilogy or whatever it was, or that oeuvre of Henry Cavill as Superman, it was very bland. And in this one, I really like felt a connection to like the actual characters. Like I felt a connection to Clark and to Superman and him with his parents in Kansas. And like,
oh, that scene kind of got me choked up. Also, I was kind of into Nicholas Hoult, who I thought was Freddie Highmore the entire time. But what a great villain. I thought it was funny. Like I was like, I love this vibe. And Fantastic Four looks like it's going to be like that too. So we'll see that in a couple weeks. But I love Nicholas Hoult. And you know who I was the most impressed with? Because I was ready to go in hating this person was Rachel Brosnahan. I was like, I don't find you annoying in this. I thought she was great.
Sorry, excuse my ignorance. What else is she from?
She's Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Oh, okay.
And it was nice to hear her not doing like this, I'm a Jewish stand-up from the 1950s voice, even though I'm not Jewish in real life. So I was kind of expecting that to be, but I was like, from what I know of Superman lore, which is from that one Seinfeld episode called The Race, Lois Lane is supposed to kind of be like kind of a strong, a reporter, like boss bitch. And I was like, okay, I think this is good casting for this. Didn't hate her.
I did too. Okay, so I have thoughts about Lex and Superman.
Yeah.
I'm going to save those for a minute. I want to just talk about what happens kind of in the movie. So like the first thing where we start, okay, there's a title card and it explains to you. And I really like this about this movie because a lot of these Superman movies would start from like, when he arrived from Krypton and blah, blah, blah. Like it would show his entire origin story. And this one was like, we know that y'all know who Superman is. Here's what happened. 30 years ago, he came down to Earth. 3 years ago, he emerged as being Superman. It was like 3 weeks ago, something happened.
It's like Jesus.
Basically.
And Jesus was 33, right? When all that stuff went down.
I wonder if that's is this an allegory?
It sounds like it the way you're telling it.
Really, they end up saying, so the movie starts with Superman having just lost his first, Carol says, yes, the first one I've really liked since the original Christopher Reeve one. I would kind of agree.
I think I saw that one. Or I saw isn't the second one considered to be like the worst movie ever made? Yeah. I think I watched that with that guy I dated in college when I was like broken up with Brad.
Oh, foreskin? Just kidding. All right.
Yes.
Gabrielle totally agreed. Didn't like that they didn't do an origin story. It was just like 3 days.
Yeah, I didn't need to know anything.
It's like Superman just lost this battle with this war machine thing that was made by this other country. Now, this movie is also being called too woke, and there's this whole push by the right wing being like, Superman shouldn't be like so woke. Like, why does this have to be about, conflict and whatever? Because the ultimate thing too is they have this overlaying story where there is a war, a manufactured war, basically, of a country that is very similar to two different situations we've had going on recently, Russia, Israel.
And there's a power-hungry,
nasty-looking man who wants to hold on to power any way he can. He's utterly repulsive in every way and reminded me very much of Donald Trump in a way. And he basically is forcing this conflict and is going to invade this other country. But Superman, because he was sent to Earth with this message, or this what he perceives to be his message from his parents, which is you go to Earth, you bring peace, you help people, you save people's lives, blah, 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 blah.
His birth parents.
His birth parents, yes, his alien parents from Krypton. If you guys didn't know, Superman is an alien. He's hot as fuck.
Then it turns out that his parents were actually huge dicks.
Well, it turns out that later in the movie, spoiler alert,
it's not that
his
much.
parent, the rest of the message is like, you must lord over the entire world, kill anyone who disobeys you, and all this stuff.
Many wives, very Cody Brown message.
Oh yeah, get a harem, build a harem, etc. And I really loved this movie in the fact that like it was about this idea that like you may be deemed something that you think is who you are, but you ultimately weren't supposed to do that. But then because of the power of the world and those around you, like his adopted parents, I guess they'd be adopted. I mean, they found him, right?
Yeah, they found him.
Is that to be probably, I don't know. It was like so special. I felt really happy about the overall story of this. It wasn't just like it also gave it an air of like, wait, there's reality in a bit to this, because a lot of these movies are like an alien. Well, mind you, there were aliens. He was an alien, and there were literal aliens and from the air and shit. But it was like his ultimate idea is to protect people and protect Earth. And a lot of the other hero movies are like, oh, a villain's come to Earth and is going to blow up the entire Earth, and we have to stop this villain. And in this one, it was like, no, these power-hungry warmongers are doing terrible things and hurting people, and we have a hero for the people. This is the type of movie we need right now. Superman is a hero for the people. I've never even liked Superman. In fact, I've kind of not liked Superman because someone I know always had an affinity for Superman, and I was like, lame, because it is kind of lame. But this movie, I
always think of whenever I think of Superman.
Like,
I love that person.
And wasn't it lame though?
No, I thought it was fine. It's fine. Sure. Oh, here's what I like. I liked that Beck Bennett was in it. I was like happy. I
did too. I also there was this girl with a big blonde wig, and her
was great.
She was fabulous.
She's just not just, but she's not like an actress. I looked her up. She's more of a model. And I was like, she's so funny in this. Like, she had a real funny character. And I love that dynamic that she was with the other reporter. And he's like a mid. He's like a 4. And she's like a 10. And he's just like, get away from me.
I also really liked, well, let's just get to it.
No. Before you get into the homoerotic subplot, which I was very much enjoying too. Oh, also the NoHo Hank from Barry played the guy who had that kid, like the monster that had the baby, Joey, that guy. So he was nice to see. But the dog, I want to talk about this dog. So
Crypto.
The dog. Crypto. Is the dog always kind of there, part of the lore, or is this the first time the dog is involved?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen him in any of the movies, but he is in the comic books.
Gotcha. Okay, so I love the dog, and like throughout the movie, I was really impressed with the writing because they don't overshoot it with the plot line of what the dog is, and I didn't know anything about this, but there's this dog, and like he's worried about the dog, but you can tell he's kind of like stuck with the dog, but then it never really gets explained. And then he says like, oh, it's more of like a foster situation. And then like right at the end, the way they tie everything together while also teasing the next movie. I was so impressed with that.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's so funny. It's not really, unless you know the lore of.
I bet you people would consider that like.
Okay.
There were also multiple cameos in it. And I'm sure Amanda didn't know who, like,
like characters.
Yeah, like character cameos.
Never would have known.
Like you saw, spoiler in 3, 2, 1. You saw John Cena though in his.
Oh yeah, I recognized his voice, and I was like,
that piece.
How'd they get him, right?
He had a TV show.
What?
John Cena, as that character in this movie, Peacemaker, has a TV show.
All right.
A whole series. Okay. Anyway, there were a bunch of cameos. Loved the dog. In fact, I cried multiple times in this movie. I don't know if I was going through something in my head, but there was a moment where the hardest that Superman rolls for anyone is when they've taken the dog and he can't find the dog and he is instantly on their ass. He blasts. Okay, so he comes back to his Fortress of Solitude, okay, which is this ice thing, and the dog is gone, okay? And he's like, first of all, that's not the first thing he looks for, which I would have looked for first. First, he goes to this robot. I actually have a picture here. It's this robot thing who are like his caretakers. He goes to that. Once he sees that the robot's like, I'm not good, then he's like, where's Crypto? And then you see him not there, and then cut. MPK, what's this called again? A hard smash or something?
No one knows about that.
Smash cut. Smash cut to him fucking flying as fast as hell. Smash cut again to him busting the freaking office door of Lex Luthor just through and being like, where's the fucking dog? I was like,
also, I was irritated at first that the dog was CGI, but then since the dog is kind of, it is in distress at some point, or they refer to the dog being in distress, it helped me personally knowing that there wasn't even an actor dog involved in this. I just needed it to be CGI. So I also
think maybe because it was a superhero dog, it
worked.
It never once to me was like, oh, that looks really fake. And I hate CGI shit, but I was like,
yeah, me too.
I get
Another thing, this movie is only 2 hours and 10 minutes long.
It was in and out,
clipped.
Now, there was one scene where Clark and what's her name? Lois are in the apartment, and they're very first establishing this whole conflict back and forth, the conflict between these made-up countries. And that scene was like, okay. Move this a little forward. Now, I also struggled because I was never horny for Lois and Clark at all.
No.
Never once. I know, they kiss, very cute and romantic.
Yeah.
Great. But the thing that I was really into were these two. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's a couple scenes they had together where I don't know if it's just the way they were acting it, but it was very funny. And it was bitchy. It was bitchy is the way I would describe it.
You know what I'd say too about the comedy of this? It didn't fall into that Marvel movie category where they're just like making quippy bullshit to make quippy bullshit.
It's not the Ryan Reynolds. It's not
exactly.
It's not Deadpool comedy. It's much more earnest and like lighthearted. It's not as like sarcastic, snarky, funny.
It's just more realistic in that way, which is strange for a Superman movie. But the chemistry these two had, and now subsequently they've been doing a bunch of like press tour together.
Oh, I bet that's hot.
And oh my good God. I mean, they did like a what's that thing? It's not a paternity test.
It's like a lie detector? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's that called, y'all?
It's called a lie detector test.
No, there's a word for it.
Okay. But what happened in it?
It sounds like paternity. Anyway, they do it together and they're like just asking each other questions, and the eye contact and the like giggles and just. I also found out that David Cornsweet, which is his name, he was in Pearl. He was in a bunch of other things actually.
Polygraph tests. I should know that
because
Amber made Matt Bayer take one, and then she almost punched him in the face, and then security had to stop her, pull her back. And he's like, I got the important ones right though, Amber.
Great.
It's really good.
David Cornsweet was a theater kid. There's a bunch of videos of him. Like
it's him being interviewed by Brittany Broski, and he says something about Megan Hilty, and he's like, smash.
Controversial take. I don't like Brittany Broski.
I know you've said that.
And I her reaction in that annoyed me.
It annoyed me too, actually.
It's okay. Because he's like, oh, yeah, you know, Megan Hilty, blah, blah, blah. He's like, yeah, I saw Death Becomes Her, which I'm like, I want to get on my knees for you right now.
Yeah.
David.
And he like loved it.
He's married with a child. So.
Well, they all are.
Good for him.
I'm sure he won't cheat on her.
He's like, oh yeah, we saw Death Becomes Her, and he's like, Megan Hilty, smash. I mean, and she's like, yeah, smash or pass. Like, and he's like, no, I mean like the TV show, and she's like cackling to herself, like thinking she's hilarious for saying smash or pass. I'm like, girl, get informed, okay?
Yeah,
I can't.
You took it out of the moment where he was talking about how good Megan Hilty was. I wanted to hear more of that.
And you made it into like a sexual thing, and now people online are like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Does anyone like Brittany Broski? Okay. Back to
Superman. Wait, we should move on to All Stars 2 now, though.
I want to finish because there was a little tiny bit here that I saw with the boys. And I did like that they introduced these other characters. I loved Mr. Terrific. I think it was Hawk Girl. And then this other one was Green Lantern guy. I thought he was kind of hot and I hated myself for it because he has this busted haircut. Last little bit though, is I implore y'all to check out these interviews with these boys, these men, because they also did a cover of this magazine, Wonderland, together. And it's just called Nicholas and David. And it says tailored for trouble. The touching knees, the sitting up very closely in this like oversized chair. Okay. Then we have this one. Who's wet?
Gabrielle said someone on TikTok said they went to school with David Corn Sweat, and he was the lead in the school play. Ooh.
I saw that. He played a few different things, and one of the things he was in was something that people were like jizzing over. And last one, this just like, I need them both to come over immediately. And I've never really gotten come over, come in, come on, come out, come wherever they want. Anyway, I loved Superman, and I'm thinking that if we're going to establish like a true, like Amanda and I are both going to watch the same movie, I think we should do like a rating system.
Okay.
You want to do it out of 5? Do you want to do a thumb up? What do you want to do? What should we do?
No, I like 5.
Okay.
Stars?
So what would you give 5?
What should our thing be? Because the Doughboys use like forks.
Why was my first thought queefs? But I don't know.
5 queefs. 5. Well, we'll think of it. We'll think of something.
5 stuff. We'll do
martinis.
Martinis?
5 Cosmos.
Okay, I'm gonna give this. Oh, lipsticks. That's cute too. Hey, Wicked Witch of the West. Shoes. So cats.
Cosmopolitans. I like cosmopolitans.
I'm going to give this 4.5 Cosmos. I can't give it 5 because like it's not like
for watchability.
My favorite movie ever.
Yeah, watchability wise, I feel everyone can take your kids to this. There's no cursing in it. Maybe there's like a shit in it.
There's death.
There's death. Yeah, I guess I never think of that. But there's not a lot of cursing. I would give it 4 Cosmos. I
would also say if you're slightly triggered by any of the war conflicts going on right now, there's like a scene that made me start crying, but I'm very easily set off. And it was seeing kids standing there begging Superman to come save them from tanks blowing them up.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
Which is kind of upsetting. Just saying. Chase. Okay, Rebecca, Chase. That's hilarious.
5 Che Diaz's.
We could do Chase.
Okay, I like that. Or Cosmos. Cosmos might be more main. You guys were trying to go mainstream.
Okay, babes. Now here's again, this is formatting. Hit the like right now. And if you want to see some of our other videos and keep going. We love you. I don't know what to do. We're trying to, if you guys are watching live or if you're listening, we're trying to figure out how we're gonna start and finish things. So great.
Let's do for this segment. Well, why don't you should probably make a little thing for TV shows. But right now, do you want to like do it? Oh, let's do this. Ready?
Maybe. We're back on All Stars 10. It was the episode of the, I don't know what name they gave this, Grand Talent Extravaganza, Extravaganza, Blabranza.
Mm-hmm.
You
let's talk about the mistress drama first, because I saw clips of it online on TikTok. That's what I mean by online. Then when I watched the episode, it was a lot more extended from what they're showing on TikTok, and it really that fight went on, and I haven't been that uncomfortable watching media in a very long time.
It was
triggered.
Super uncomfortable. So what happens at the beginning is Mistress is pressed. I'm just gonna be real with you. I think she expected to be winning, and she isn't. I mean, she got eliminated. But
people are agreeing with your intro here that, like, yes, I was underwhelmed by the performances, and then also I don't want to hear people lip sync their own songs. Yeah, like that's how I feel about the whole thing too. Both of those comments.
It was kind of like, oh, okay, cool, you can dance. I've seen you do that. You know, like, okay, we'll go through each of the performances separately. This first thing that started out is they're back in the workroom in the morning. All right, Aja's sitting there and she's like, yeah, I really am back here. I'm to work. I'm going to do my thing and whatever. And Mistress starts laughing, I guess, like to the side. And Aja's like, what are you laughing? Like, why are you laughing? And she's like, don't you worry about it. Just don't you worry about it. I can laugh at whatever I want. And Aja's like, okay. And then she turns back to keep going. And Mistress, first of all, I'm actually surprised she was allowed to do this. She lifts Aja's hair back and goes up to her ear and is like, ha, 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 ha. Now, mind you, I am shocked that Aja didn't.
No, as Julie says, Aja has the patience of a saint. Also, for me, when I'm at that level, like, I think I would just burst into tears because I would be so upset. Like, I think that's where maybe my emotions would go. And Aja pretty de-escalated it pretty well by saying, like, you think you're doing a lot, but you're actually making yourself look really small right now. I was like, damn, you had those locked and loaded.
The truth is, though, watching it looks like Mistress is insecure.
Well, Wicked Witch of the West says Mistress was displaying mean fat girl energy. That's an interesting thing to say because mean fat girls is a very different breed.
What do you mean by mean fat girl energy, though?
It's like when a fat girl, look, as a girl who grew up mildly overweight, if you look at pictures, but the way people treated me was as if I was fucking precious walking around in middle school. I feel like when fat girls get a chance to be able to be the bully, you can be so mean because you're coming from such a place of like hurt. And that is what Mistress was giving.
I could see that.
Julie says she said at Roscoe she was incredibly high after she smoked weed with Georges. That's why she didn't react. Aja said that, or
Aja. I saw that.
Thank God for the weed.
I think that with Mistress, I think she went onto the show being like, well, I'm a villain, so I need to be a villain. But it makes more sense to be a villain in times when being a villain makes sense. Just being a villain to be a villain, people are going to end up not liking you. And unfortunately, she read the room wrong. I think she thought people would be like, oh my God, like an icon behavior, but like stealing the points from people.
You know who else did that was Gia Gunn kind of gave that energy. I'm going to be mean just for the sake of being mean, and it's not going to be funny or witty or catty. It's just even she was more watchable than Mistress, though.
The difference between that, though, is that people shut Gia's ass down immediately, and then she was a joke. In her bracket, they let Mistress run them, unfortunately, and kind of fucked people out of having chances too. Mistress probably shouldn't have been in this group of people, and the only way she ended up was by stealing the point. Let's not forget she stole a point episodes ago where people were like, well, she should have done that, blah, blah, blah. It's a game. Don't worry about it. Well, you reap what you sow, because after she did her performance, where now, unfortunately, I don't think she knows who she is at this point. And she comes off as very insecure, and that's fine. But we don't need you to stir the pot in ways that we're like, Okay.
And Rebecca here says we have enough villains right now in life. We don't need this. But on that note, when you guys start watching All Stars 2 with us in a couple weeks, there's a villain on All Stars 2, but it's like perfect. Fifi.
Oh, that one as well is not this. That is them just being themselves.
That was them trying to have a good edit. That was them doing it like trying to produce themselves, and they're just so dark in their own soul, or so insecure was more what it was. They're so insecure that
they shouldn't be on They shouldn't do competition.
No. I love Fifi actually. I don't think Fifi's a bad person in any way. I just think that was not a maybe. She wasn't ready to come back. Maybe.
I don't think. Yeah. Love to claim how unbothered they are by repeatedly telling you how unbothered they are. Yeah, I would agree. Like Mistress is always like, I don't care. And then, just be you. Yeah. I think people like her. The thing that annoyed me, I'll say it, is I think it was the beginning of the episode, Mistress comes into the workroom and is like, oh yeah, well, you guys need this way more than I do. Or maybe that was the end of last episode. She's like, it's okay. I'll just get on YouTube and make videos. I don't need this. You guys need this a lot more than I do. Like, okay, bitch, then fuck you. I mean, this is where Aja did restrain herself. Like, I probably wouldn't, I would have wanted to backhand her, but the action that she took of the lifting of the hair and the thing, it wasn't fast enough for a true backhand. But I would have definitely fucking read the house down. I'd been like, fuck you. You're a bitch, and I'm tired of it. I'm sick. I would be
all the other drag queens are on Aja's side. Like you can see, I think Aja's very highly respected in the drag community. So like
they are.
Monet, and who's the tall one with the legs? Naomi Smalls. Like they were talking about it, and then like Alaska and Willem were talking about it, and like no one's really saying anything bad about Mistress, but they're so very clearly on Aja's side.
They're like,
there's no room for don't put your damn hand. Monet was like, Aja's a much better person than me, because that's not how that would have gone down.
Though I think they kind of are starting to talk bad about Mistress, and she's kind of like allegedly has a bad reputation amongst other queens.
Surprise me.
I guess she was on a tour and would like make people cry, like other performers, from, I guess, just being a rotted bitch, which, trust me, we are rotted bitches over here a lot of the time, but
we're not like that.
If I was on this, I don't see a point in starting mindless drama with people, because it just doesn't ever work out. Let's go through the talent show performances. Now, Aja, I actually thought hers was great. I was shocked that it wasn't like...
By the way, can I just say how nice it is that we don't have to rush? We can actually sit and talk about a topic, and we're not like
very nice
rushing. Like we could actually sit with this. Yeah, Aja. I mean, I loved Aja the second she first stepped out in season 9. Was it? Was she 9? Yeah. 9 or 10? It was 9. But I've always been a huge Aja supporter. She really is incredible. She's made for. She's a Brooklyn queen, so she's kind of a badass. And I just thought she was so full of energy, and she's a performer.
I will say too, her number, while it was lip syncing her own song, it at least had some kind of story. It was like, I'm a brujeria or whatever she said she is. She's like basically a witch, and she comes out there and rips the head off a chicken, and then she's swinging around a machete, and like that was something. How about that? Compared to like Georges, who they were living for. And I'm like, in my opinion, her talent show on last season, which she was on, was better than this.
just to remind you, she was on the last All-Star season, which was while we had this podcast. So in
the last 4 years, I think Georges has been on 3 seasons of Drag Race.
She's the new Cynthia Lee Fontaine, except way worse. Like not worse, but like way more shoved in our face.
People love Georges, and I think Georges is incredibly talented. I just think that like I've seen you do all these moves, Georges. I'm sorry, I've seen you fall to the ground. I've seen you whip your hair. I've seen you kick your leg. We get it. Like maybe try something different. I don't know. Whatever. Then we had Irene. She never did a talent show previously. Again, though, she did a song that was like, guess what, guys? I have talent. I'm not shitty. It was fine.
I don't remember. I don't remember many of these actually.
She looked good. Then we had Bosco, who ended up, spoiler alert, winning. This again was like, guys, I'm so amazing. I can do all these things. Look at me. I'm beautiful.
This was really just if you went to a Battle of the Seasons concert, you just watched. It was just everyone doing a really good job at their own number.
You know what it reminded me of is almost how they used to do the old finales where each girl would have a song, like the Bob finale and that's the one I remember it from. I thought it was good. One thing I will say is she touts in the song, she's like, oh my God, I'm just going to use this song to show off all of my skills, that I'm a singer, I'm an actor, I'm a dancer. I didn't think
that stripper move at one point.
Huh?
She did like that stripper move.
She did a lot of stripper moves.
Okay, well, I'm always there's a lot of her body strength, so I thought it was good.
Oh, when she was on the chair.
Yeah.
I did think though they could have given her like a bedazzled chair. She was on like looked like a black folding chair that you buy at Costco. Like, girl, what? So great. She is stunning. So I'm hypnotized by her every time. Though I was upset that she didn't take off more clothing. I was surprised. Then we had Lydia, who
I'm confused by this. Was it just really going wrong? But then were the judges laughing just because everything was kind of fucked up?
I actually liked the concept here. It was like a sexy Humpty Dumpty burlesque thing. But it was a mess. Like the different things happened.
Funny. Like it was funny. And the judges were actually kind about it and like acknowledging how badly it was going, but giving kind laughter.
I wouldn't have I actually don't think I would have put her in the bottom. Maybe I'm being biased, but I thought there was a clear.
Yeah. As annoying as it is to say, oh, wait, this?
We had no, I want to finish and then I'll get to the very, very bottom.
Oh, okay. Wait,
we had Diabetes.
Mistress isn't, you don't have a picture of Mistress.
I don't.
Oh, sorry. All right.
Diabetes.
Yeah.
I will say this was an original song, but kind of didn't hate some of it. There was a cute moment. She comes wheeled out on a copy machine, a copier, and then they pull out this giant poster like it's a copy of her ass. That was cute. Yeah, again, though, this is just like
that old gag, right?
This is just like a number. It's just like none of these really had a lot of impact. You know, then Ginger, she did like a Rose's turn version as Ginger's turn. But
I mean, this is the thing where I was talking with Jody on Monday about Meryl. I just watched The Hours with Meryl Streep, and I'm like, I feel like Meryl is people take for granted how good she is, so then you don't think she's that good. And I feel like that way about Ginger, that she was just like way better than everyone else, but then it's almost annoying because she's sweeping everyone.
Yeah, I thought
Ginger was really good.
I thought she was good. I don't know though, because again, this is you just lip syncing to a song.
She lost 125 pounds, which is like crazy amount. I'm like, she's so short. It doesn't look like she lost a ton of weight. I was just like 125 pounds. It's like a whole person.
I think that Ginger is incredibly talented. We've talked about it before. Like, she's great. She deserves the wins that she's gotten. I do think, though, compared to some other people, queens who have won, or like, let me think of like Alaska. Okay. If I put Ginger and Alaska next to each other, I would say that Alaska can do everything that Ginger can do, but I don't think Ginger could do everything Alaska could do. Not to sound bitchy or like I'm judging. There's just like a missing thing for me with Ginger. There is a missing piece of being different or being something like.
Do you think that Bob can do the same thing as Alaska? And I think Alaska can do the same thing as literally everyone. Do you think
I think Alaska is one of the most talented queens that's ever been on Drag Race.
Too, I think
like, Jinx too, of course. But
I feel like Bianca is the most successful, but I don't think Bianca can do. I think Bianca's so good at what she can do, but I don't think she can do a lot of what the other ones can do.
I don't think Beyonce, not Beyonce. I think Beyonce can do
I
everything.
know.
Bianca, yeah. But again, even if I put Bianca next to Ginger, there's something about Bianca. There's like a spark that's different in my head than there is with Ginger. I don't know what it is. There's just a different thing that I'm like, oh, they're different. There's something different about them. Maybe that's it. Ginger just never surprises me. I'm not surprised by Ginger in any way.
Bianca is her own thing. Yeah. Yeah. This is actually an interesting conversation of just rank all the winners and like see who the actual best would be.
Yeah.
Jinx, I might put as my actual Jinx in Alaska, those two.
It's really hard because a lot of that comes down to personal opinion, obviously. But like Alaska is amazing. And I think Ginger is great. She just, I think to me, she doesn't have as much of a broad mass appeal. Maybe. I don't know what it is. It's like there's just something there that's not by me. I think she's great. And actually, I'd go see her. But then we had Mistress. And I don't know what the thought process was here.
Can I say something about, I was thinking this the other day. Her number was about Ozempic and it was called Ruzempic. And it was like a commercial or something. It was fine. Like if she did that in a show, you'd be like, oh, that was good.
It was, no, I wouldn't. It was not good. It was not funny.
No, it was definitely not funny. I want to know somebody tell me what the actual issue is that people have with people. Because I was thinking about it the other day. All Ozempic is doing is making people crave food less. So they're not really taking a shortcut. Aren't we just, I'm asking this because people really have a problem with it. Isn't it? So you'd rather us just eat less at the same amount that everyone else, that normal people eat, but you'd rather us just be suffering all day, like wanting to eat. That's literally the only thing it's doing is making.
So wait, what's your issue?
I'm wondering why people have such an issue with people taking Ozempic. Because you're always
do people have an issue with that?
Yeah, because they think it's a shortcut, but really the only shortcut is that I'm eating the same as you now. I'm eating less, but now my mind isn't thinking about it as much. Is that,
you know what it comes down to is that like ultimately thin people feel like they have superiority over fat people. Yeah. And so they don't want to lose that feeling of superiority by letting fat people be skinny. It's like they need to be able to.
I understand all that. I'm just genuinely asking, like, is there something other than that?
Isn't that a disingenuous question though? Because there isn't anything. These people are
really
evil.
I'm wondering because like
no, they're evil.
The only difference is that I'm eating less, but I'm not thinking. I'm not in a turmoil all day thinking about it. Also, Ozempic didn't really work for me.
I think most people just.
I have a binge eating disorder.
So here's the problem: is I have opinions about things that I probably shouldn't have opinions about either.
Probably.
Like me feeling like, honestly, during Superman, I thought Rachel Brosnahan had too much face work. Sorry, I'm tired of it. I am tired of women ruining their faces. You don't have to have you don't have to have your forehead never move. You don't need your lips puffed up and you don't need your face to be dead. It's okay to look like a human being. I'm sorry. It's driving me crazy because people should look anyway. And this is where I shouldn't comment. So someone should comment on this and be like, I don't know why men think they need to talk about how women look.
I agree with Wicked Witch of the West here. Because this is why I hate Star Jones. What I do have is an issue when people talking about it and saying they lost weight solely by working out, eating, but like McKelty and Tony. Well, I agree with that. But then there's people like, oh, the health issues. And I'm like, nothing's happening except that I'm eating less and not freaking, like not thinking about food all. That's the only difference.
Though you do eat too little when you're on Ozempic, people do eat too little.
Well, I didn't. I ate the exact same amount. Maybe more
for everyone, right?
But I have a binge eating disorder, so like that's why it doesn't work for me. But
I just think that in general, and as I get older, and as I do more therapy, and as I work through shit in life, it's like you need to change. Everyone needs to change the perspective of their bodies and be like grateful that body's pushing. Now, Mistress actually had a beautiful moment where she is discussing why she chose to lose weight. Now, I will say I hate how much
Mistress
this show.
Or Ginger, did Mistress lose weight as well?
Did you watch you watched her original bracket, didn't you?
Not really.
She's looks like she's lost almost more than Ginger has.
Oh.
She said she used to weigh 400 and some pounds, I think.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
I guess she looks smaller.
She doesn't really acknowledge that she used Ozempic, surprisingly. Maybe she didn't. I don't know. She had a beautiful moment, though, I will say. And she said, they're like, why'd you want to lose weight? Now, mind you, I don't think they need to keep talking about this. It's like Rue needs to constantly be like, oh, you look so great now that you've lost weight.
Oh, is it surprising to you that Rue may be fat phobic a little bit?
We've never had a plus size queen win, and we still.
Oh my God, that is true.
Because if Ginger wins, she's now not even a plus size queen anymore. So
she's on the cusp. But I remember buying his book for my roommate, and I like read a couple pages of it, and in there he was giving genuine advice that a good snack is 4 almonds. And I'm like, I could eat 4 almonds and forget that I ate that seconds later.
Yolanda Hadid suggested to Gigi Hadid that she eat 1 almond and chew it really good.
That'll work. Gum, I've also heard of it. They used gum in the 90s.
Okay, so what happens is they talk to Mistress. And Mistress is like, they're like, why? Or whoever is like, why did you want to lose weight? And Mistress is like, you know what? Before I started doing this, I don't know that I thought I had anything that I like to live for. Like I didn't feel like this need of like, this is what, like, I have a reason to live. And she's like, and once I've been on here and I've seen what I get to do and what I can do, it's like, I have a reason to want to live. And I will say, if you are in the 400 pounds, yeah, I get that. Like that isn't necessarily healthy. But so I really liked at least her saying that, like that, you know, there's a reason to, you know, and that can be for anything. That could be like, if you're in a way of like, maybe you have a drinking problem or you have a whatever problem or whatever, of the idea of like, oh, I have a reason to move forward. I have a reason to do
100%.
this for myself.
That's 100% how I felt when I was drinking, was like, oh, I'll probably die from this soon. But like, there's nothing
then what
else
was so Pod in the City was really what did it. I mean, it's like, I got to live for this podcast.
This podcast is really taking off. Okay, I texted you about this, but I thought I cackled at the end when they did the lip sync, and then at the end they were revealing who the queen they're going to bring back. Like that was very funny because they stretched it out. They had somebody pick 2 balls, and then there were votes, and then they put the balls in like a rotating thing, and then Rue got the thing, and
the reveal of the ball is from behind. They show only the back of you don't see who it is.
And they're like,
Rue then gets her phone and she's like, how soon can you be here? Which
and then we never find out who it was, but the 2 people, that one of them is Mistress possibly, and the other is
Carrie Colby.
Okay,
now,
I didn't know. Okay.
Here's my feeling here. This is also, unfortunately, production is getting in the way of themselves. Let's be real.
Sure.
You're working overtime in production, because even bringing back Carrie Colby, they only did that because she's like one of the worst lip syncers of the season. Like,
oh,
why not?
There's no way they're bringing back Mistress though. Like, if she ended up actually somehow winning, like the Drag Race community would fucking rebel.
I've heard
it is Mistress.
Well, I've heard Heather. Sorry, spoiler alert. I've heard it's Carrie Colby.
Oh, well, I guess we'll see which one of you is right.
We'll see. Heather will be like, "I was right, you douche." I think the reason they're going to have Carrie is because she's easy to beat in the lip sync thing. And like, ultimately they don't want to bring back like Denali, because while I didn't care for her lip sync, the internet thought she was like tearing it up. So I do want to go though. Okay, great. I'm looking forward to the finale this week. Let's see, will Ginger win or will Georges win? I've heard alleged. If you don't want to hear a spoiler, y'all, fast forward in 3, 2, 1. I've heard the final 2 are Georges and Ginger.
Okay, so that's fine. Ginger should win then.
And they filmed a double crowning, so there's a possibility. Okay. But no. I don't think Georges did as well as Ginger. Just honestly, I don't think Trinity and Monet should have been a double crowning.
All right.
I do want to give a tiny last little bits here. They just announced this series called Drag Race Philippines Slasian Royale, which is like an all-stars type season, but it's for Drag Race Philippines, and they have queens from all over the world on it, Asian queens. So they have like the United States queen is Yua Hamasaki, and then they also have like some. I didn't recognize every single one because I don't watch all the international franchises, but I am going to watch this. This is a really cool concept. Of like all these amazing Asian queens coming together to do like the Slasian Royale. I'm very excited. Also, I do want to give my last little moment. I need people. Please watch.
I had a dream about this the other day.
You did?
I think.
Watch King of Drag, y'all. It's on Reverie. It's free. You cry at the episodes. They're good. This shit is good. Anyway, guys, hit like, hit subscribe. We love you. Next.
But do some hot topics.
Get it while it's hot.
Topics. It's time for like a hot topic this week, baby, here on Pod in the City. And make sure you're hitting subscribe so you can see each week what our hottest topic is. Now, some weeks it's hotter than others, and this week it's not that hot, but right. Manila should have been. Thank you. Manila should have won.
Sorry. We're done with Drag Race. But, all right, we're making it clean. Scheana and Brock.
Vanderpump Rules. If people are like, who are Scheana and Brock? Scheana Shay. Okay, backstory. Scheana Shay was the original kind of like lead off into the Vanderpump Rules show because she herself was the mistress of Eddie Cibrian when he cheated on Brandi Glanville while she was pregnant. Keep this in mind. What happened this week with Scheana Shay and her recent husband who, abandoned his children in Australia and beat his wife?
Yeah. All true things. Has never worked in the country either, by the way. Never.
What happened with this upstanding man?
Well, she released an excerpt from her book, which also, I said this on Monday too, but this is such a classic Scheana thing because she will so easily throw her husband under the bus if it means that she can come out on top, just like she did with her ex-husband, Shay. But
a lot of people are saying this isn't real.
Oh, I believe it's real. Of course, Brock has cheated on Scheana.
So what did he do? What happened?
He had a full ass affair while she was pregnant, and then he told her about it like years late, like recently. But if now I want to go back and watch season 11 of Vanderpump Rules because she knew about it. The crazy psycho way she was acting in that last season was not because of Sandoval. It was because of fucking Brock had cheated on her. She knew about it then. That's
I'll just
wild.
say, with Vanderpump Rules, Brock or Scheana and Lala ruined the show.
Absolutely. But they blame Ariana for ruining the show. But Ariana showed up every week. She showed up to the water tasting with Sandoval. She gave you content.
And this is what I'm saying, is that Scheana bitched the entire season about how Ariana wasn't real, didn't share things, didn't tell her. And while the entire time you were lying about your husband cheating on you while you're pregnant, it was during this.
Affair, by the way, not one time. And it was with someone that he knew from the gym, mate.
Oh, Lord. A guy?
No, a girl. But also not to stand Sandoval, but Sandoval took a lot of Brock's heat in that last season. Everyone, she's like, Sandoval, you made me realize that men will cheat. Now I'm scared that Brock's gonna cheat on me. And it's like, this isn't really Sandoval's like fault though, that you married this fucking asshole.
Scheana, sweetie.
Scheana.
You married a man who has a domestic violence charge against him.
He was a walking red flag from the beginning. There's nothing about this man that isn't a red flag.
He has a child in Australia who he has abandoned
Yeah. It's their choice though. He blames them. He goes, they don't want to see.
I was just gonna say, he also though doesn't take accountability
No.
or admit he abandoned them.
Better for them, actually.
He also then proceeds to have this baby that he cheated while his wife was pregnant. The baby they then his original baby was Winter Sky.
Winter Sun.
Winter Sun. Scheana chose. It's layers here. Scheana.
There's so many layers. Yeah.
In having the new baby.
Rebecca says he wouldn't sleep with her because she was pregnant. That's right. You said that on the Monday live too, and I didn't say it, but I didn't know that part of it. Did you know that?
Why?
Because she's gross. She's pregnant. Ew, fat girls.
So he said that?
I think maybe just that was a thing. Like, I don't want to sleep with you because you're pregnant.
I'll be perfectly honest. I don't think Scheana would be someone I'd want to be with either. Like, I hate to be a rude bitch, but like,
she's awful. She doesn't have a real personality. But sorry, continue that.
It does give minor context to the season of Vanderpump Rules, where like Sheena's mom is a total bitch to Brock.
It gives so much context. Wait. And then her anxiety, which I believe she has full-fledged anxiety. What's it called? Post.
So like, Scheana is a perfect example of you get them how or you lose them how you got them, or you get them lose them, or whatever.
Finish the August Moon thing.
Oh, okay.
I interrupted you.
His original child in Australia is named Winter Sun. Terrible name. Not to be rude to a child, but
it's not
it also was born, let's say, June 1st. I don't think that's the real birthday. He's left this child. He has no contact for years. And when it's time to have this new child with his new family and his thirst bucket wife and his thirst bucket self, they decide they're going to, for some fucking reason, I don't know what the reason would be behind this. Scheana's like, you know what? I'm going to be, was it a C-section or induction?
Induced.
She was induced.
I think it was also a C-section. No, that's what it was. It was a C-section, and she planned it for that day.
She chose to have her C-section on the birthday of his other child, so that both his children would have the same birthday. Now, I would look at this and think you're trying to erase the other child, because then they named his next child Summer Moon. The kitty band is named Winter Sun, June 1st birthday, maybe. Mm-hmm. New child, Summer Moon, same birthday that they chose.
That's wild.
I think they should be sent to a mental institution.
No,
I think you seem fucked up in the head. Right? Sociopath shit?
No, it's crazy. I can't believe anyone thought that. But I can't believe any of their
Amanda, get your tech under control. Okay?
I've been sneezing and blowing my nose like this entire time. I'm like gone through a whole box of Kleenex. It's a very Robin thing to do. It is a very Robin thing to do. Robin Brown.
Scheana, ultimately, she married her first husband because she wanted his last name. And because she wanted to be married and have her two-piece wedding
most
dress.
Important thing, yep.
Scheana, ultimately, I don't feel bad for her in any way of anything.
I don't at all.
Unfortunately, she acted in the original episode of Vanderpump Rules. The crossover thing is her having a talk with Brandi Glanville. And while I think Brandi Glanville is a walking piece of shit too,
absolutely.
She didn't deserve for her husband to have a full affair while she was pregnant with babies at home either. And Scheana's like, goes to her and she's like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry, but like, don't you recognize that, like,
he says, how do you think I feel?
How do you think I feel? Like, he would give me gifts. He told me he loved me. And Brandi Glanville's like, honey, I don't care.
I get it. You don't have to keep telling me about it, honey. I got it. I get it. Do you want to tell everyone what my prediction, my idea was for?
Amanda had a great idea for. Okay, so
Scheana was actually smart at marketing herself and had actually revealed this while they were filming. It would have got a whole other season for sure.
Say that if Scheana would have done this, she could have secured a spot on The Valley. She could have also maybe kept Vanderpump Rules going because
and maybe people would feel sorry for her and like her a little bit.
I don't think people would feel sorry for her because she knows the man that she got with is a piece of shit. Like,
yeah, from the beginning we knew that.
No one's shocked. I commented on a TikTok thing under Open That Doll, yes, and I said, oh wait, a deadbeat dad cheating on his pregnant wife? What?
Yeah.
Are we shocked? Are we shocked? So originally Vanderpump Rules started with like Scheana leaving the conversation she has with Brandy and walking into the restaurant.
And it's a Real Housewives of Beverly Hills episode.
Yes. It cuts into this like the episode is called Vanderpump Rules because they lead us halfway through into this other one. Now, Amanda thought, what if at the end of Vanderpump Rules, Scheana walks in and it is the other woman that Brock was with. And the other woman is like, but he told me he loved me.
Yeah.
And then it ends by Scheana leaving and the new girl walking in to start, I guess, the new cast of Vanderpump Rules.
Yes, sir. I mean, it could be any show. It doesn't even need to be a restaurant show. That could be like The Gym.
I heard she possibly is going to be on Dancing with the Stars. Possibly.
She'll be bad at it.
Now, a tiny piece of news that goes along with this is we found that Ding Dong, the witch is dead. Jax isn't going to be on season 2 of what's this show called again? The Valley.
Yeah, I mean, I dropped off because it's too dark.
This was just announced the other day or today. His statement. After an incredibly challenging year and many honest conversations with my team and producers, I'll be stepping away from the next season of The Valley. He just says the next season. You know, he's going to try and have a redemption in season 4. Right now, my focus needs to be on my sobriety, my mental health, and co-parenting. Taking this time is necessary for me to become the best version of myself, especially for our son, Cruz.
Yeah, he really cares about that kid, huh? You can really see it in their in the chemistry those two have together on screen.
I hate this man, and I'm so glad he's not. To be honest, I don't want to be on it. I don't want to watch The Valley, and I don't care if he's on it. So
I'm actually irritated that Bravo wasn't like, you're fired, Jax.
Agreed. Maybe
I
that is
I don't like that they're giving him this. I think it was obviously them, but like, I don't like that they're giving him this easy out. Fire his ass.
I think that I know we had another story, but I think we should
call it
wrap things up, baby. We're at 1 hour and 6 minutes.
Let's at least let's do 4 minutes. Can we?
Okay.
Because I want to tell that story where Florida Stanley saved my life.
Oh,
Ready?
yeah. Okay, sure.
Let's do it clean.
Okay, guys. Woohoo! What was that?
Tick-tock, you don't stop.
Didn't mean to click that. Okay, sorry. All right, clean take. Whatever. Look, TikTok all week. All I'm seeing on TikTok is that Backstreet Boys is at the Sphere right now, and like that is so exciting, and it looks so good. Like it just looks like it's like such a perfect little millennial moment. And then there's the whole lore. This one, I'm obsessed with The Shape of My Heart. None of the projections seem to have anything to do with the music, but I feel like this would be a concert I could maybe not be super overstimulated at because everyone around me would be my age. I saw a video where it's like, this is what all the people are wearing to the show, and it's just everyone's like running shoes.
Yeah.
Crocs.
See, I was more of an NSYNC boy. I did like Backstreet Boys, but I thought they were kind of creepy when I was younger.
Oh, I thought NSYNC seemed more mean than the Backstreet Boys did. But here's what happened is on Monday, I said to Jody on the live, I'm like, I want to see this. Like, would you go? I'm going to try to get John to come with me because he can just drive it. We can all go together. And so then she got really excited and we started planning it. We're like, can somebody like try to plan this? Someone sent us a spreadsheet of exactly how much me and Jody would each have to spend for flights, hotels, all that. We were like ready. Then Florida Stanley wrote this long email where she's like, I feel like I'm overstepping. You were not. I am so also you guys can email us anytime. We're very responsive.
Yes.
And she's like, I used to work for what was like in Washington or something like that. But she's like, I wouldn't fuck with the board because I left without paying $1,200 in taxes to the US, which really I could just hand that to them right now. But she's like, I really wouldn't mess with this to just go to a Backstreet Boys concert. And I was like, thank you. Because like that would suck. I just don't even want to. It's not. I don't want to mess with it. That's some serious shit. There are Canadians that are not getting let back, or like students that are on an F1 visa that are not allowed back in. So like, I'm not fucking around for a Backstreet Boys concert when I didn't even own one of their tapes.
You
I know about this.
You don't want to get me started on
Brian. I mean, he lost his voice, so he's kind of getting his karma.
Gabrielle does say Brian Luttrell doesn't want anyone on a public beach on the Gulf of America. His words, not mine. He is a stupid MAGA piece of shit, and he has lost his voice. So whatever. I didn't think BSB were hot, and I agree with John. I liked NSYNC better too, although I only thought JC was cute. I met NSYNC multiple times. Go back and listen to somewhere where I tell the story about how Justin Timberlake probably hates me to this day. But because I asked him about Britney when they were in the height of their, anyway, long story. Yeah, great.
We will not be attending this concert, but I feel like I've seen most of it on TikTok by this point anyway. And
also am not going to pay like what, $1,000.
Well, that's the thing is I was like, Jody, girl math, we both just made $1,300 now because we were like planning on like spending like $2,500 to go to this. And now like we've made that money back basically.
See, I am going to Hawaii in October. So.
Well, this concert is over at the end of August. So also it would have had to have happened in a month. So it's fine. That would have been too overstimulating. It would have been awful. So anyway, that's the end of this roundup, guys. Did you like the new format? It didn't really change all that much, but this will be shorter. It will be pre-recorded. Keep an eye out for the videos on our page. If you're subscribed or if you hit the bell or whatever, you'll be notified. You'll see them. Keep an eye out because it's going to be, here's friends, here's how it's going to go. On the listening places, if you're just a listener, nothing's really changing except the structure. If you're a watcher, this will be now posted as like shorter, separate videos, probably 3 of each different section. 15 minutes each though. That's a great, in and out.
And then if you're our Patreon member, we're going to post the whole video over there for you so that you can still ride the wave. We will again, though, be here on Friday live. So really, it's not that much different. I'm sorry.
On Friday, you guys, this Friday, this exact same time, jump in.
Exactly.
I feel like most of you are over there anyway, so we'll still get to see you. And you know what? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. So they say.
Well, and again, you're still going to see us. You can always send us a message. I feel like we're like breaking up or like something. It's like,
yeah, but we're still going to be doing this.
We're not. So like, even when we're publicized, like Amanda kept writing like grand finale, come see our last show.
Very excited.
Like, well, technically you're still going to see the same thing like next week. Basically.
Not much is changing. All right. That's it. I hope you guys have a great week. We're going to record our pillow talk now. So horny.
Yeah, baby. We love you.
I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you on Friday. You all better be there Friday. Bye.
Yeah, we'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye. Yes.